The Lincoln Memorial, a monumental reflection. Completing the memorial to our first president, I turned to see what other monumental reflections of America's history would catch my eye. Above the treetops, I could see a sliver of the top of the Lincoln Memorial. Walking to a grassy knoll, I sat, pulled out my art supplies, and began to sketch and paint. I painted a pale blue sky, varying shades of green treetops, and the sliver of white marble. Then I wrote, "Low in the distance, Lincoln Memorial stands, September windsong." The White House, a home to many. Aware of hunger pangs, I hurriedly moved up the hill to the Capitol building. Seated on a bench outside, watching people moving in and out of the building, I ate my lunch, later sharing crackers with the pigeons and smaller birds. I rested. I was not moved to paint. No haiku came to mind. I gathered my things and wandered the streets of the Capitol until I came full circle to the White House. Across Pennsylvania Avenue, I sat in an open field, waited until I felt the urge to paint. Between and above trees and shrubs, the upstairs balcony of the White House was my focal point. On the rooftop, the American flag moved in a slight breeze. As I focused on the picture, a red car moved slowly down the street. I fixed the picture in my mind and began to paint. While I worked in the sun, a mother and her blonde preteen daughter approached me asking, "What are you doing?" I explained my travels, writing, and painting. She exclaimed, "Then you must go to Lexington, Kentucky to see the horses. They are so beautiful, and it's my home." I said, "Well, I have no set itinerary, so I'll go there next." In an astonished voice, she asked, "You will?" I said, "Yes, I'll go there next." The mother and her daughter looked over my shoulder at the painting and, giving positive thumbs up, said their goodbyes. Completing the painting and thinking of the number of families who have called the White House home, I wrote, "Ah, the White House here, home and home and home again, September summer." Scouts of America. Checking the time, I started back to the bus station. On the way, I passed a 3-person statue with the youngest being a Boy Scout of America. I stopped and read the dedication to Boy Scouts and could not resist making this part of my portfolio of America. For 18 years in Nebraska, Missouri, and Ohio, I was an adult member of Girl Scouts of America, intermediate and senior Girl Scout leader, camp counselor, adult leadership trainer, and board member. Starting as an assistant leader at age 18 and as a trainer at age 21, I look back on my Girl Scout experience as my growing up years. I learned as much as my Scouts learned. Their badge work introduced many worlds to me. In the Capitol, as I looked at the sculpture dedicated to the Boy Scouts of America, I wondered if there might be a similar sculpture for Girl Scouts of America. In the gathering dusk, I did a brief painting of the Boy Scouts of America statue and wrote, "In the Capitol, Boy Scouts of America, Labor Day weekend."